Good morning.
Morning.
Trisha,
Are
hey.
we- How's everybody? Hi.
Hi. You
Trisha, how's everything in your family? First, before we get going. Everything better?
No, it's pretty bad.
I'm sorry. I've
Yeah.
actually been praying for you.
I will take all the prayers. I'm not sleeping, as you can see. I'm like out of it. But yeah.
You're such a beautiful woman that you don't look perfect today.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I know. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but his insurance will kick in on the 1st and we'll have him committed then. But it's just fingers crossed right now.
Okay, well, let us know if we can do anything to help you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's see if we can keep my mind off of stuff and get people admitted. This is gonna be a good meeting. It's gonna be fun.
Heather, I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
I know, I didn't get called in for jury duty today. Yay. I'm on call though. They do it. You have to call in every night. So.
That's what my husband had to do, but the courts really aren't open that much. In fact, my daughter's a lawyer and most of her court cases are on Zoom.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
So, I don't know how to try my
I saw something on Stephen Colbert where there was a doctor in surgery Zooming with the judge. And the judge said, "Are you really in surgery right now?" He said, "There's another doctor doing it while I take the call." He said, "No."
No. Yeah. There's no multitasking.
You can't multitask like that, son.
Yeah.
Hey, Heather, how are we doing? I'm looking forward to the wine tasting.
Yeah.
And I said, I talked 2 friends into buying tickets.
Good.
Thank you, Jan. We've got 20 people as of this morning.
Good.
So,
Fun.
yeah. So if we get 10 more, we'll make our goal, but love more.
Now, do we have a philanthropy meeting on Thursday?
1 o'clock.
I can't make it. I do USC interviews and I'm on a Zoom from 10:30 till 5:30 all day long.
Wow.
Oh,
I got the next 5 weeks. I'm on at least 1 or 2 days a week doing interviewing students. Much prefer to do it in person. This Zoom interview is a little tough.
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
That's good you're doing that. So
it's
you
fun.
give all a fair shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do get a lunch break from 12:30 to 1. Used to be when we were on campus, we'd go to Morton Figs, which is a great upscale restaurant on USC campus. Now I have to make my sandwich or salad here and then come back on the computer. Not as much fun.
Not the same.
No. And I've been doing it since 2007. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All
You
right.
know what you're doing.
Hello. Hi, Jan.
Hi, how are you? And we give 1.8 million scholarships out a year at USC. So we
Oh,
do.
I love that. Wow.
Fantastic.
I'm proud of what we're doing this year for almost $60,000 for Neptunians this year.
Oh, beautiful.
What was that, Jan?
Well, for scholarships this year, we're giving 11,000 to El Camino and 48,000 to Maricosta.
Oh, wow.
So
Awesome.
we're actually giving 2,000 more this year than did last year.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But that was money earned last year.
Yes, but and we kept enough money back for next year, so we'll be able to do the same.
Oh, good.
Wow.
We kept $40,000 back. Paul and I went through all the records.
About 45.
And I always make sure we have enough for the following year. And so we only have to use like 51% of the money in our account. So we left 40,000 for the scholarships next year to add to all the good things that Heather's doing.
Oh, wonderful.
Awesome.
That's great.
Great, Jan. Thank you.
Right.
Ooh, nice ceiling. Who's ceiling?
Oh.
Oh, there you go. I like your
No,
ceiling.
and you're right.
I'll show her.
And then did you click launch meeting?
Lunch.
Oh, now we can eavesdrop on Betty's conversation.
I'll mute her. I'll mute her.
Taking a lunch date.
It might have been interesting.
You tell we're all bored.
Betty, you're muted. Betty.
All right. Who
Muted.
has their vaccines?
Yay.
Yay.
Both of them.
All right.
Yep.
I have 2 + 2 weeks.
Yes. I hit my 2 weeks mark tomorrow, so I'm good.
Sorry to butt in, but this is Adele. She can't get in. Is there it's requiring a password or a code.
She does not require a
She
password.
just needs to click on the link and that should get her in.
Uh-huh.
It's not working. Okay, that's why I was,
Well, a new one was sent either this
Yesterday.
morning or yesterday. She could try
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah.
Hi, Jan. How are you?
I'm
Hi,
good.
Sandy.
Hi, Pat.
How
Yeah,
are
that's the
you?
best
How's
part in the
your-
morning when we get to say hi to everybody. It's like, whoa.
Exactly.
Are we going
Jan, are you going to record this speaker?
Yes, I double, triple checked.
Yeah.
Yes, I recorded.
Okay. Because my husband read the book too, but he has another call, so he can't come.
And I saw the recording button blinking, so I know it's recording.
Oh, it is. Oh, well,
Yeah.
this part's not so important.
Come on, this is the best part of the day.
Ah, okay.
Are we gonna talk about the wine thing and the,
Okay, Heather's gonna talk about fundraising, which is the wine and everything, and maybe give a little background on the Hammitt. And then we'll have Kathy Nichols talk about the philanthropy. Oh,
okay,
and I think, Trish, I think Jeff's coming on about 5 too. Do you want to introduce him when he comes on?
Are you saying me?
Patricia.
Oh, I thought you guys introduced him, but I mean, I can if you want me to. but-
Oh, no, I can do it. I'm fine. I'm good. So, he said he'd be on about 5 to, he sounds like a character from what I've heard.
I've got a couple of-
Really interesting.
Yes, I used to work with him in Northrop Grumman.
You
You
did?
did?
Yeah, I did. He was a pretty senior guy in engineering. I'm amazed he wrote a book. He's this very Renaissance man.
He's writing a sequel. Anyway, should we start? I don't know how many we have, or most people,
21.
21. Well, we have a lot on the agenda, so probably we should, is Kathy Nichols on?
don't see her.
I don't see her.
Not at this
I'm
time.
in.
I can't put her on then. Heather, do you want to?
Adele. Hi, Adele.
Hi, Adele. Heather, do you want to start talking?
Yeah,
Basically start talking
Yeah.
about what's happening.
yeah, no problem. Let me just gonna grab something real quick here. Just in case. This is, hold on one sec. Thought I had it all keyed up. There we go. Okay, so, hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm Heather, in case I haven't met you yet. I'm head of fundraising this year for the club. And if you haven't seen the emails already, we've got another fun fundraising opportunity coming up on St. Patrick's Day. And I hope you will join us for that. Uncorked, which is a local wine shop some of you may have known in Hermosa, actually has now opened and taken over Bacchus in Manhattan Beach. So they have a new.
Oh, they have?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't get out much anymore.
Are they moving there or it's a second?
No, it's
location?
a second location.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so Jeff is his name, Bonifed, and he is doing a tasting for us, which is wonderful. It's $100 for the tasting, which includes 3 bottles of wine. You don't have to drink them all, but you can if you want. You're feeling good on St. Patrick's Day. And then they'll actually, it comes with a cheese tasting for 2, which is great, from Cultured Slice. And then I just saw Maria pop on. Maria's making some cookies. She's making some sweets for us in there as well, which is wonderful. Thank you to Maria. And then we're also going to have some, Brenda and Maria have some St. Patrick's Day fun little goodies in there that we're going to put as well. So it's going to be a party in a bag, literally. And we're going to drop it off to you. So make it easy as possible the morning of St. Patrick's Day. I put in the chat, if you have it open, a link to where you can check out more information about it and purchase. We have 20 folks. Thank you to those folks that have already purchased. Really appreciate it. Because $25 of the $100 comes back to us and goes towards scholarships. So it's a wonderful way to give back and have some fun. Last chance really to purchase will be next Monday. There'll be some emails that'll come out, and it doesn't just have to be club members either. If you have a neighbor that you know, or a friend locally that you know that loves wine, encourage them to join us. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So we've got that. And then also today, you all are in for a treat. If you didn't see the email about this, we had reach out to us earlier this month, Hammitt Bags, who I know some of you probably have those iconic bags. They reached out to us and wanted to honor us as part of International Women's Month this month. And then also give us an opportunity, a give back opportunity. So they're going to show us some of their wonderful bags after we have our speaker or author. And if you want to purchase anything, we get 20% back today. Kendall Rhodes, I think will join us a little bit later, is going to walk us through some of the new things in their collection. And then if you feel inspired and maybe want to buy something for yourself or a friend, go for it. So really excited about those two opportunities. Again, St. Patrick's Day, wine tasting, $100.
Yes, come on in.
Everybody come, and then we'll talk about Hammitt a little bit later.
I have a question.
Yes, question.
When I ordered my wine, my boxes of wine,
Yes.
I said that I would pick them up at the Bacchus in Manhattan Beach. Will that still hold, or are you going to get them all in?
Yeah, Joan, you can do that on Wednesday morning. That's fine. But if we're happy to make it easy for you and drop it off.
Yeah, tell me what kind you want.
Okay, I'll pick them up Wednesday morning. Somebody's.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Okay, so
We're
I'll
just-
send
it's a-
We'll
pick 'em up
send
Wednesday
an email to give you an
I'm not
idea.
That's
of
fine.
needs.
Hey guys, if you're not talking, can you mute, please?
You don't like these?
So if you, just so you know, Joan, if we're gonna go stuff the bags with the goodies, probably between 9 and 10 that morning. So just FYI.
Do you have any left in your ski stuff, like your jacket or anything that you like?
So I think Lee, if
You
you
know what,
want to mute yourself, or I don't know, Patricia,
Okay, well,
that'd be great. Teresa, I see your hand up. You have a question?
Yeah, so it's confusing because I was one of the first people to buy the wine fundraiser.
Yeah.
And when you go online, it's offering whether you pick up in store, which store, and if you have it delivered, it's $26. So that's why I picked to pick it up. So that's confusing. And I didn't realize, it looked like if they were going to bring it to your house or deliver it to your house, it was a $26 fee. So I just wanted to let you know that, and it confused me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll chat with Jeff about it, but we really wanted to just deliver everything ourselves anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. I prefer it, but I was confused.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for that.
I know when I did it, I got an email that basically said that they would get back to me as to the time to pick it up. So Jeff will send an email out and it'll just confirm that the Neptunians will deliver it to you.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Joan, thanks again. Joan's been working on all the details for the wine tasting. So thank you. Any other questions about the wine tasting or fundraising in general? I'll put another shout out to those folks who did Love of Learning. That was still my favorite window. So thank you. Okay, great. All right, Jan.
I have a comment. Can I just say?
Maria, go for it.
You know, the CDC is now saying that if you're fully vaccinated, you can get together with other people indoors. So if you want to team up with a friend and do the wine tasting together, that might be kind of fun. But just you have to both be fully vaccinated.
Are you leaving?
11:15. All right, I don't know. Anyway, that's up to individuals. Kathy?
Yes. Again, thank you to everyone who participated in the Love of Learning. It was so beautiful with the red lights behind it. It was just gorgeous. And we raised a lot of money and that was the best. Anyway, our in-kind for March is St. Margaret's Center. They serve people who are below the poverty line, and they are over in the LAX area. So they serve local people. We're going to be having a drop off. Oh, they want COVID masks for children, especially with the fact that they will hopefully be returning to school, and size 6 disposable diapers. There'll be a drive-by at the clubhouse on Saturday, 27th from 10 to 12, or you can leave it at my house, 1413 Elm Avenue in Manhattan Beach. Lynn Messenger is going to be helping with the delivery. And then in April, we're planning to help out the USO with some, well, we don't really know yet, either snacks or personal hygiene products. So that's it.
Kathy, thank you for a great job. You're doing an amazing job. We're
thank you.
And the window did look good. I mean, with the red lights and everything, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I got some people from the Downtown Business Association thought it was great that we're doing these windows that includes everybody. So anyway, any other questions or any other thing? Heather, I ordered 3 because I was delivering them to my neighbors, not neighbors, but I have a friend in Marina Del Rey that I told her she had to buy a wine thing. So if I need to just pick up my 3 or help deliver, which I think I signed up for, just let me know. Is the other still there?
Sounds good. Yeah. Making a note.
Taking a note, yeah. Because I have an SUV, I can deliver a lot.
Thanks for the help.
Well, not a problem. Okay.
Be a new job after you're president. Wine delivery.
Does anyone have any other questions or any thoughts before? I don't think Jeff hasn't signed in yet, has he, Patricia?
He has.
Oh, he has?
Mm-hmm.
So, any other?
He's on mute right now. Or there he is.
Okay. Should I go ahead and introduce him?
Yep, I would introduce him. He's ready. He's got his background all set and ready to go. I see you, Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. This is Jan Fleming. Thank you so much for being part of our Zoom general meetings. And luckily you have an amazing neighbor in Mary Sue Brubaker who introduced you. He was a former CIA. He worked for Northrop Grumman, and he's wrote an amazing book called The Swamp. Here's Jeff.
Well, first, let me say thank you very much for having the opportunity to speak to everyone this morning. I'm really flattered to have the opportunity to hopefully discuss how I got to where I am. I'm an engineer, and having written a book is sort of an odd thing. But let me just give a little bit more about my background and say a few words about the book, and then hopefully you have some questions for me. I was the son of an Air Force sergeant, and so I grew up traveling all over the world. So for me, moving every 3 years was normal, and that included Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Georgia, Utah, France, Alaska, Florida. So I spent my time in many places, but I've been here in the South Bay since 2003. So this is probably one of the longest times I've ever spent in one place in the beautiful South Bay here. I graduated from Florida Tech with a degree in ocean engineering in December of 1975. So that was, I'll call it a somewhat unusual engineering program in the fact that there weren't that many universities at the time offering degrees in ocean engineering. And that was because I couldn't be an astronaut because I had bad eyes. And so Jacques Cousteau was my next inspiration. And so I decided to do that. I ended up starting at the CIA in June of 1976, working there as an engineer. And you can imagine, I can't say a whole lot about it, but just in general, people are somewhat surprised that engineers find their way into that environment. But for those of you who've seen a James Bond movie, you always know how James meets with Q before he goes on his mission. And Q's got all the gadgets, all the cool engineering things. And so you can imagine there's a role for engineers and gadget people, I'll call them, at the CIA. And so I did that for many years. I left there in 1997. If you recall, after the Cold War was over with Russia, I'll say peace broke out, and it was a place that was, I'll call it, in decline in terms of it wasn't as relevant to US foreign policy as it had been for the previous decades. And so for me, it was time to move on. I went to private industry to work as a engineer in the telecommunications business area, ending up at TRW in 2002. And then, of course, we got bought by Northrop Grumman and later that year. And so I spent the next 16 years at Northrop Grumman working here at Space Park. So I ended my career in July of 2018, happily, and entered retirement then. And if you've had the opportunity to look at the book, and the forward of the book is actually accurate. You know, when you retire and you don't have a plan, then you sort of sit around and wonder what you're going to do. And I said, well, I'll relearn French. I'm going to get a bunch of scuba diving in. I'm going to ski. And sort of on the bottom of that list was write a book. And I had in mind a book, a historical book about my time at the National Reconnaissance Office and at the CIA. Not so much a kiss and tell book, because everything I write has got to be approved by the CIA for publication, right? So this is not an expose. It would be more something that would relate a period of time that I thought most historians don't pay a lot of attention to the intelligence community, but I think there's a lot to be told. Well, I got dissuaded from that because of politics. I worked on a number of campaigns in the fall of 2018, and in that time, I sort of took a tangent and decided to write a book of fiction that I call The Swamp. And I don't know if anybody on the phone call here has written a book before, but I will tell you, it's not an easy thing to do. It was sort of a challenge to put sentences together with subject-verb agreement, and writing dialogue, I would say, is not for the meek. So I took a class at UCLA Extension, and I had just terrific support from my classmates they provide peer review and critiques of the process, and were infinitely helpful, as well as the professor who led the class with lots of different assignments and the like. And so I began that process and ended up 51 versions later with a book that I found a publisher for. And so it was published in July of last year, July 2020. It took me about a year to write, 12 months, give or take. And then I got an artist to do the chapter art, the sketches and the cover art. And I hired editors and all that to bring it up to some kind of a standard that I'll say an engineer wouldn't necessarily hold to. And since then, it's been available on Barnes and Noble and Amazon and the like, both as ebook downloads and as a hard copy. And so I've gotten a lot of feedback. I will call myself not tech savvy, even though I like to think of myself as tech savvy. But in terms of Facebook and Twitter and all that, I didn't pay any attention to those things. But now I have. I've got, and so I've gotten lots of feedback, just hundreds and hundreds of comments. Only 2 death threats as a result of the book. Some people like it. Some people want their money back. So it's been a polarizing event from many people, many strangers who now know something about, I'll say, my politics and my view on Washington. And I don't know. I can't talk for that long, but maybe I could just open up for questions, Jan, or whoever's moderating, and see how you want to proceed.
Dan, you're muted. Okay, I should be. Am I muted? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Why don't we, if you have a question for Jeff, raise your hand and then, let's see raise your hand and then we'll, and you unmute and ask your question to Jeff, okay?
Sure. Fire away.
Fire away, guys.
Jeff, it's Mary Sue. When is the next book coming out?
There we go. I'm writing the sequel. The guy who published the book said, "Don't write one, write three." And so my protagonist. Let me say a word about her because I'm sure not everybody has had the chance to read the book. My protagonist is a female. She's a Russian immigrant that came to the United States at age 3 with her grandfather, and she's a geek, and she is a rocket scientist. And so she ended up going to Caltech and getting a PhD from there, and ended up at JPL. So she is I'll just call her a female nerd who has a number of attributes, having extraordinary technical capabilities and native Russian language skills, because that's the only language her grandfather spoke to her. And that made her somewhat unique in the eyes of the CIA wanting her to come to work for them. So the first book is about her time in Washington between June of 2016 until January of 2017. Right, so there's a 6-month window that this book, the first book, takes place in. The second book picks up with the last chapter of the first book in Moscow in April of 2017. So I'm writing it now. I have it all outlined, which I didn't do the first book, and I'm about halfway through, Mary Sue. So I wish it would be going quicker, but some days I just stare at the computer and nothing comes out of my fingers. Nothing. They're frozen, and then I go to the beach or something. So other days it's better, but I'm about halfway through. I think July is probably about the right time, given my rate right now.
Great. Well, I enjoyed the first book very much, so I'm looking forward to the second one.
Well, thank you very much.
Karen, you have a question? You have to unmute, Karen. Karen?
She's an idiot.
I heard that. Maria, did you have a question? Karen's trying to figure out how to unmute.
This is Heather. I got a question.
Okay, Heather.
Jeff, I loved your book. It was
thank you.
Terrific. Yeah. And thanks for doing this today. So the choice of a woman lead character, I mean, how did you get in the mindset of a woman? I mean, when I was reading, I was like, I can't believe a guy wrote that. I mean, I mean, the voice was, yeah, well done. So I didn't feel like it was a male character. It was definitely a female. Did you take inspiration from different people, or how did that kind of come about?
I did. I wrote the book. Since you've read it, Heather, you can tell it has a crass political aim to it, but I also tried to personalize it from things I knew. The guidance I was given was write about the things you know, and that way you don't have to do as much research about the things you don't know. Currently, the deputy director for science and technology at the CIA is a woman named Dawn Myrick.
I don't know. Okay.
She replaced a woman named Stephanie O'Sullivan. And Stephanie O'Sullivan replaced a woman named Joanne Isham. And so here you've got a circumstance, and most people don't realize this, that there are 4 directors at the CIA. One of them is the director of science and technology. And the last 3 people who've run it, and that goes back, say 15 years, have been female. The director of the National Reconnaissance Office, not the current one, but the one before the current one, was Betty Sapp. So my world, I came to work for TRW for Joanne McGuire. So the world I've come out of, strangely enough, I'll just say women who have made it into engineering schools or physics, aerospace, and survive do really well. And so that's sort of the underlying theme here, which is I wanted my protagonist to be somebody who battled her way through, and then having done that, this is, you know, being an immigrant to the country, being Jewish, and coming to, I'll call it a world that's dominated by men, but the women who typically get there are better than the men who are there. And that's what we're seeing.
Amen.
Well said. Thank you, Jeff.
And I have 2 daughters.
Are they scientific?
Oh, one is just amazing. She's going to study either physics or engineering, I think at University of Michigan, maybe UVA, but she's at Marymount right now. And the other one is the anti-technical person. She's studying dance and political science.
Okay, Karen, did you have a question? She's still muted. Karen, we don't hear you. Melanie, do you have a question? I can't.
Melanie, unmute yourself.
I do. I have a question.
Okay.
Did you hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think he kind of answered the question, but he was saying that his book is a little bit fictionalized, but it was still about his life in the CIA. And I understood it to be that. I'd still like just a little synopsis of his life in the CIA. Can he say anything?
Absolutely. Yeah, I spent most of my time at the CIA as what we call open employees. So my neighbors knew where I worked. You know, my credit card companies, you know, when they do a credit check, they see my employer. But there were times that I didn't do that. So I can say the following. I originally came to the CIA to be an analyst. And my job then was to try to understand the behavior and capabilities of our adversary, the Russians, turns out. I was focused on the former Soviet Union. I took 2 years of Russian when I was in college. It was a fluke. It was because of class schedules, and I didn't want to wake up too early. So I ended up taking you know, it fit my schedule. I didn't have any love of Russian or any skills. But so I started my time at the CIA as what they call all source analysts. So you write finished intelligence products. And those are read by policymakers and some days the president and the like. So I did that for a while, but then I got recruited to join the Science and Technology Organization. And in that time, I'll just say I spent time at sea. So I've actually been at sea on ships that were, I'll call them managed, for lack of a better word, controlled by the CIA, doing things on the ocean and under the ocean. I did that for a while. And then I got sort of lured into the space business. And I spent most of my years working at the CIA in the space business. And in 1992, it became publicly known, acknowledged by everybody, that the National Reconnaissance Office was in existence and had been building and operating spy satellites at that time for about 30 years. And it was the National Reconnaissance Office had 3 entities that supported it: the Air Force, the United States Navy, and the CIA. So I ended up spending a lot of years working as a space systems engineer for the CIA. And then I ended that in 1997. Like I said, it was time to move on.
Thank
Did
you.
that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Melanie, did you have a question? I'm looking up.
That's a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. I was kind of intrigued with all of the recording kind of devices, like the car key fob and the smartwatches. I thought that was, yeah, that was all pretty clever.
Yeah, it is. I will just say the following. Americans in general should be proud of what the CIA does to monitor their adversaries. Okay. And let me just say, any piece of electronic device that you have in your possession, anything, is vulnerable to being bugged.
I have 3 right here.
Everything. Yeah. In other words, people go to extraordinary extremes to spy on people.
Donna, you're not listening.
I'm listening.
Yeah, if all the screens go blank, you know they're watching and listening. And the fundamental reason why is because it's almost impossible to get somebody to commit treason against their country. And so you can write down and say, well, let me go infiltrate Al-Qaeda or the Iraqi government or the Iranian government, and I'm going to get a high-level scientist there to tell us all the secrets. And it happens. Every now and then you read about that happening, but it's almost impossible. Most people aren't going to do that. And people's lives are at risk, et cetera. It's much easier to spy on them with technical means. It's more predictive. You can, it's less random than trying to get somebody to commit treason. And so most of the focus of the place like the CIA or the National Security Agency and others are through extremely technical means. Now, the fact that I wrote about key fobs and Fitbits, I just made that up. In other words, don't believe for a second. And the fact that the CIA approved the book for publication tells you one of two things. Either they're not doing it, or they're doing it and they needed to release it so it didn't appear like they were doing it. So I don't know. But everything, phones, everything is vulnerable.
Okay, shut everything down. Okay, any more questions for Jeff? He's also a musician, I understand. Jeff?
Mary Sue, you've been telling stories. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but the neighbors here on 29th Street had a Thirsty Thursday where people would gather, sort of socially distance and just gather on the street. And I had joined with a buddy of mine from work, playing a guitar for a couple of songs down at Enrique's, a bar in Redondo Beach that closed in March. And so it's been kind of fun because there are musicians who are normally playing indoors and at venues, haven't had work for a year here in Los Angeles. And we were able to connive two of them who are, I'll say, people who make it their living playing music, which, you've got to be really good to do, to joining a couple of hackers, which I am, a guitarist, here every Thursday night. And we play for a couple of hours every evening. It's been fun because it's just bring a lawn chair and glass of wine and sit and listen and call out requests. And sometimes we know the song. We never practice. We just show up and sort of practices Thursdays at 6. So some
It's
songs
really
are
fun. It's good. The neighborhood loves it. They all get out there and bring their chairs, and sometimes we're able to block parking places so there's plenty of room, or otherwise we just move when a car comes so they don't run over us and then go back out again.
Yeah. But it's been a lot of fun. I started playing guitar at, I don't know, age 11 or 12 or something like that as a kid, a student of the 60s, the rock and roll era. And I couldn't make a living doing it if you put a gun to my head, but it's been fun. We have an easy audience. And like I said, a couple of professional musicians who, whatever we do, they make up for. Any other questions?
Any other one else?
I have a question. Miriam, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jeff. I have a question. You've had an illustrious career, and can you pinpoint a highlight of your career for us? What were the best years in your working life?
There's a period of time that stands out in the following sense. We've all been in jobs where the only way to move up is if somebody senior to you dies or retires or moves on. And the CIA had times when I'll call it, its mission was expanding, and it had a hard time bringing appropriately skilled people in at the rate they needed to come in. And so what they did was sort of dragged people up into jobs that they were not qualified for. It was stretch assignments, you might think of them. And so there was a time when I, as a young engineer, 32 years old, was called upon to run a very large program, very large being, say, $1 billion or so of program size. Very risky program, very technically challenging program. And we did it successfully. So that, it was against the Russians. And so when we would wake up in those times, this is back in the 80s, you didn't worry about what your job was. Everybody knew your job that day was part of a larger US foreign policy effort, which is contain the Russians, the former Soviet Union, everywhere, whether if they're in Angola or Nicaragua, or if they're building new weapons or whatever they're doing. We had a strategy to contain them. And being a part of that is something I have a great deal of pride in. And the results of that, by the way, are treaties are negotiated, limiting, we used to have 40,000 nuclear weapons, and now we have 5,000, as do they. The world's a safer place as a result of, I'll say, the peak years. Reagan and Gorbachev got together and put in place things that it's not as safe as we want it to be, of course, but it's still a lot better than it was 25 years ago. And so being a part of that, a small part of that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions for Jeff? Anything else?
Is that Kathy?
It's muted.
Okay, you need to unmute.
There we go.
Okay.
I just want to see, you said that the new book is going to take up from the end of the old book.
Yes.
Because I want to find out a few things, and I'm not saying because it might spoil it for others, but you'll answer all those questions, right?
I let's see, you will find out about Sandra. You will find out about Elizabeth's brother.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And yeah. So there, and you're going to find out how Sandra survived.
That's what things I want to know, and I didn't want to say that out loud. Yes. Okay.
That's okay. It's pretty opaque for those who haven't read. But anyways, yeah, I need to fill in the pieces, and I hope I will. Right. So I wanted to leave things sort of dangling, but people curious. Yeah, I'm glad it worked.
Yeah. It's always a good trick for an author.
Yeah. Jeff, it kind of reminded me of that movie, Who Shot JR? When I read the very last line in the book, I thought, oh my God, when's the second book coming?
I actually had a friend of mine who lives in Hong Kong send me a very, very derogatory note about that. He wanted another page to turn. He hated having the last page being there. Yeah.
Oh.
Looks like
question.
Yeah,
question. Well, a couple comments and a question. I had my husband, I normally don't read books like this. And so I had my husband read it after me, and he really liked it. And I said, how does this compare to the other books you've read like this? And he said, I thought it was done really well. In the beginning, you have a lot of technical jargon. And at first I'm like, I don't know if I can read this book. But then it went on. It was very easy to read the book. So I really liked that. The only thing that bothered me a little bit was the referring to the Republican who was running for president, because I'm like, I don't want to relive that whole thing again, but I like how it was just part of the background in a sense. But
look,
I had a little bit of difficulty with that because I'm just like, I'm so over it.
Yeah. Teresa, let me say a word about that, and I'm going to try not to be a spoiler here, but I actually believe what I wrote is true. Okay. And here's why. I tried to paint it in the forward. I have my dear good friend Jim Clapper, who's seen as the devil in some circles, and John Brennan, Sue Gordon, friends of mine who I know who only have one thing that they care about, and that's this country. That's it. I've known them to serve in Republican administrations and Democratic administrations, and I couldn't figure out why these people at the highest level of the intelligence community hated our former president. I'd never seen that. 30 years before, I'd never seen that behavior. And so I wrote this book because it describes why. And I've concluded it's because they must know things that the rest of us don't know. And the reason they can't say it is because they've been collected by such secret techniques that if they were to reveal them, it would lose the technique. And the example I gave in the foreword was when the British figured out how the German encryption system worked, called Enigma. So the Germans were, sending messages out to their submarines and to their forces, and they believed their encryption system was unbreakable until Alan Turing and this group at Bletchley Park figured it out, how to break the German code. And if you've seen the movie about this, the first words out of Alan Turing's mouth were, "We can't tell anyone." Right? So now we knew where the submarine was going to be. We knew when it was going to be there, but we couldn't tell the ship that it was going to sink, because to do so would have revealed to the Germans that we had broken their code. Right? So it's this crazy cat and mouse game of, if you know something and you can't tell anybody, what's the value of knowing it? And so they create fictions about how to get the data out. And so for me, it was a single way that connected every single dot. All the crazy stuff we've seen, I said, how can all that stuff exist with a common set of facts? And the thing that I'll just tell you is kind of funny. When I submitted the book to the CIA for review, they approved it in 23 days. I have friends who've written books who argued with them for over a year.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
The inference by a former deputy director of the CIA, who I know well, was that they wanted it published.
Interesting.
Isn't that kind of funny?
Wait. Well, what was the last sentence you said? The what? The inference was what?
That the CIA, I had to submit this. There's what they call a
Right.
publication review board.
Right.
I had to submit it, and they turned it around without a single word changed in, I believe, record time.
Amazing. Wow.
So the inference, I don't have any influence over them. They could have sat on it for a year. I mean, the book could still be in review as we speak. Instead, with lightning speed.
That's great.
So,
how did the sales of this book do?
I'm sorry.
How did the sales of your book do?
Well, they're still going. I actually got a royalty check.
Yay!
It's they're going pretty well. I've sold, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000. I've had 2 returned.
Oh.
The people who buy them digitally, they're still, some of them are unhappy, and I don't think they can get their money back. But it continues. The sales actually are pretty good today.
Oh, good.
Which,
well, thank you. Thank you.
It's just word of mouth. So, but thank you for those of you who bought it. I didn't do it for the money. It was more I don't know, help my mind.
Right.
I have a question.
Okay, what,
Miriam, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, who are some of your favorite fiction authors, and which writers have influenced you?
Oh, great. That's a wonderful question. I love science fiction. And so Isaac Asimov, I've read, I don't know how many books he's printed, but hundreds. And I've read many of them. Leon Uris was an inspiration also.
What about
I read mostly nonfiction and history. And so I read a lot about science. I read a lot about war. I read a lot about intelligence. Jack London was another author I read. I recall reading every book. Adventure books intrigue me. I have, I don't know, 1,000 books in my library and I probably have 5 or 6 going at any one time.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, we have time for one more question, and then we'll let Jeff go. Anyone, one more question? Jeff, I want to say thank you. This was an amazing half hour. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. And you also gave us like 5, 6 books We made sure about 60 of our members read them all, and the
Oh.
rest of them bought them. So
But it didn't need to, I told Sue, or Mary Sue, they give me a publisher's rates. I have boxes of them. Give them out like, candy. Anyhow, but thank you all very much. I'm flattered, one, that you would take the time out of your lives to read it. I love getting feedback on it, because it helps me with the sequel. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from folks, who want more character development and,
would you like to come back after your second one is developed?
Of course. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'd love to. I'd be honored. I really would.
All right.
So Jan, Mary Sue, thank you very much. And everybody for your time today. And maybe in a year from now, we'll be talking about the sewer.
Sure. Okay.
That's the title.
Are you playing this weekend, Jeff?
We are. Yeah.
Oh,
Band
good.
plays Thursday.
Thursday night.
If it doesn't rain, it's going to rain tomorrow. It's been chilly here, but daylight savings time is coming, so we're going to be playing in warmer weather, I hope.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, thank you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you all very much again. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was really nice. He was good.
Yes.
Everyone enjoy it. Heather.
Yes. So I think, gosh, he was just great, Mary Sue. Thank you for bringing him in. I just enjoyed that so much. Okay.
So we've got a new speaker for next year, Kathy.
Yeah, okay. Or whoever's in charge, yes.
Yeah. I tried.
So Patricia, let me know. We've got the folks from Hammitt in the building. Maya, I think I see you there. I didn't see Kendall.
Yeah, hi.
Went into, oh, okay, great. Hey guys. I haven't met you in person, but hello. But I'm Heather. I'm the one you've been chatting with, and really happy to have you both today. And welcome to Neptunian Women's Club virtual. And yeah, we're anxious to see what you have for us today. So I'll take it. You can take it over from here.
So nice to meet you, Heather. And it's so fun to see all your faces, all bright and smiling. It's really refreshing. So actually, this is Kendall. My name's Carly. I'm helping out. Maya is also on the call on the back end. She's going to be helping us look up inventory and stuff. But we're here today in our showroom in downtown LA.
Yeah, so we're so excited to be here with you guys. Our founder, Tony Drockton, should be on the call. Just want to stop and say hi. I don't know if he's here.
He might come in a second. Oh, Maya's saying hi, everyone.
Yeah,
if you look at the chat.
If you have any questions while we are presenting our bags in our spring collection, feel free to chat or just speak up, and then Maya will be able to answer in the chat on the back end. Or us as well.
So we can start showing you some bags, some of our favorite bags. And if you're interested, we will get you an email and just email Maya with what you're interested in. You guys, I just love causes and quotes. But yeah, we'll just give you a little rapid question.
Great,
cool. So we'll start with one of our some of our spring collections. So how it kind of works is we always have our core, which is black and pewter, 2 different colors. And then we have seasonal colors. So this is one of our seasonal colors. This is cozy gray.
So this is our Bryant bag. It is a perfect crossbody and also shoulder bag with a large compartment in the center. It has our signature red lining, and it's just a perfect everyday bag, crossbody with the silver hardware. Looks like this when you wear it. It's incredible.
And what we're best known for are our rivets. So it's that detail along the front. That's kind of the Hammitt signature. Also, we guarantee our bags for life. So that's what you're really paying for is quality. We can do free repairs. And we have a lot of products for cleaning and protection. And they're all made out of leather, some of the best leather, softest leather. We have a buttery black leather that literally feels like butter.
Yes. So this is another one of our most popular bags. It's our Oliver medium to tote. So as you can see, we have all the rivets along the side, and then you've got a magnetic closure. So this is perfect for every day. Take it to the grocery store, just take it out and about. It's really fantastic. And it is a shoulder bag. It looks like this.
And so that one is priced at $345. Again, you're paying for quality. You get a lifetime membership, you're part of the family for life.
Just looked.
What colorways does that bag come in?
that
The one you just showed, the tote. What does that come in?
The tote, yeah. So we have it in our black and our pewter. We can go grab those colors for you. We also have a speckled color for spring. So we'll show you speckled, and I'll go grab black and pewter.
So here's our speckle cream, stone glazed cream. It has brown dots that I'll go across it to make it look kind of like a ceramic piece. It's really, really beautiful. And it has the gold hardware along the side as a little accent. And then it also has the signature red lining on the inside. So it's like this, comes in many different colors as well.
That's beautiful.
So this one, this is a newer to core. This is our gray natural. And what's great is it's super soft and it has a suede texture to it paired with gold hardware. So this is gray natural. And everybody here uses this bag for work. It's in a laptop, but it's also skinny enough to be a day-to-day bag. And then we have our buttery black leather, which is so soft. And this is our pebbled leather. This has gunmetal hardware. Again, this is our Oliver for $345. And we also have that signature cell phone pocket. You're going to find a cell phone pocket on pretty much every Hammitt bag.
So another one of our most popular silhouettes is our Daniel. So this is our brand new color. It's called Toast Tan. We have it, as you can see, in many different silhouettes. But this is in our Daniel. So this is perfect for everyday use. It fits a ton of different things. Perfect for like a laptop or just every day. It has these shoulders for the arm strap. It can also be crossbody. So it's really just perfect for anything you want. It's great. And this one we have in multiple different colors. So we have it in our core lines like pewter and black. And then we also have it in some of our seasonal colors. So this is Toast Tan.
And the Daniel comes in two different sizes. We have a Daniel medium and a Daniel large. And what's great about our bags is they do come with two different straps. So you'll have that shoulder strap, there's a medium. So it's a bit of a smaller size. In that buttery black leather. This is our best-selling tote. So here's that gorgeous shoulder strap. And then you can also wear it as a crossbody, or if you just want a thicker strap. And it is adjustable. So you can have this long or short as you want.
Okay, next, to continue in the Toast Tan, we've got our crossbody. So this is one of our most popular silhouettes as well. It is our VIP. This one is in a large, but we also have VIPs in medium and small. So what's special about this bag is that you have all the rivets on the side. You have a zipper pocket right here. You open it up and you get another zipper pocket. So it's a perfect everyday bag. Can fit like keys, glasses, hand sanitizer, mask, all of that really, really comfortably. And then similarly, it does have the red lining. So this is our Toast Tan weave. It's beautiful. This is another bag that we have just released. It's the Dylan. Dylan is great because you can wear it in 6 different ways. So this is our Toast Tan pebbled leather, our Toast Tan weave, and you can flip it so that you have our pewter, our cozy gray, and our pewter with the gold hardware again. It's perfect for every day because you can fit so many things, but it also is not too big of a bag, so where it's not clunky on your body if you don't like that kind of style.
That's 2 bags in one. That's great.
It honestly is 6 bags.
Exactly.
6 bags in one. Okay. All right. Oh, that's awesome.
Great.
So this bag actually won the Design Excellence Award in 2020. So it is our star. We love it.
Yes.
It's very popular. It also comes in 2 sizes. The smaller one is a great accent bag, fun little fashion bag. And this one is great for day to day because you have all those pockets and zippers. And this is the Dylan medium. And then I will show you one of our best sellers. So this is the Nash. Everybody loves the Nash. We have that red zip detail and it works a bunch of different ways. You can wear it as a crossbody, it comes with a crossbody strap. You can wear it as a wristlet, or you can wear it as a belt bag. So a lot of people, including my mom and sister, love to wear it when they're walking, going to the grocery store, and it fits a lot. It might be small, but it fits a phone, it fits your wallet and keys, and then you have a front detailed zipper. So this is the Nash, and it's a great price, $195. Again, you get this for life.
So this is another bag that is special to us. It is a newer silhouette. and we took two of our most popular silhouettes, the Montana and our VIP, and combined them into one. So this bag's really special because it is big, but it's a great size for every day, and it has a ton of storage. So with this bag, you have the zipper right here, and then you flip it open, you have another zipper right here. You can turn it around, and you've got another zipper. So this can be worn as a shoulder bag, a crossbody, anything perfect for day to day. It's everything, all of your essentials. And this is the gunmetal with the black. And this bag is $4.95.
That's the Montana. So there are a lot of names, don't worry. If you have any questions, you can also look these up on our site, or you can ask in the chat and I can help you out. And so then another one of our classic bags, which is named after our wonderful founder, Tony, is the Tony. So this one's really easy to remember. It has those signature rivets and the signature hooks up here. This is great. It's a perfect accessory bag. You have the cell phone pocket on the back, red zip, gold hardware. This comes in about just every color. So if you don't like this pairing, we also have in gray, we have in fashion colors. It's super cute. The strap can be a crossbody or it can be a shoulder strap. And then I have our little AirPods case attached. So it's really fun. This also comes in a medium if you're looking for a bigger size.
Yeah, so for some fun pattern bags, this is our Nash and our pink Himalayan snake. It's brand new, just came out this spring. What's special about this bag is that it is leather, but it has a snake print. So it's really fun, perfect for spring to add a little flair to all your outfits. And what's also special about this bag is that it has the heirloomed rivets. So these rivets are hammered to make them look textured, not a little bit more spice to the bag. But this is the bag that you can wear as a belt bag, when you're walking, as a crossbody, or as a little wristlet. And another bag that we just released, this is our VIP Kaleidoscope. This is special to us because our designer worked with all the women, the graphic designer, to create this bag. So it is beautiful. It's really fun, really festive. This is the classic VIP. So you've got the two pockets right here, and then the cell phone pocket in the back. So it's perfect for every day. It's beautiful.
Kendall, can you show them how it looks as a crossbody?
Yeah. Yeah, so our crossbody straps are adjustable. This one comes with a 1/2 inch crossbody strap. And what's great is they snap right on. So if you want to wear it as a clutch, you can, or you can wear it as a crossbody. Yeah. So the strap adjusts really easily.
This is what it looks like when it's on. And it can go longer as well. So it's really a beautiful bag, perfect accents, and it's not bulky on your body. So it's really nice just to have. It feels like fun.
Okay, and then I will show our Levy. So this is another really popular style that we have. It's a purse wallet. So I know a lot of people aren't going out a lot these days, but this is the perfect thing when you're running errands, when you're going on your walks. It has a magnetic clasp here, opens up, and it's a full wallet. So you have that clear ID, super accessible. You can fit your phone in here. We have card holders as well as a zippered pouch for money. And then you can also wear it as a crossbody. This comes in a bunch of colors as well. Super cute, really lightweight, stores a lot.
Okay, so now for our core collection. This is our VIP medium once again, but this has our red zipper. So this is a signature at Hammitt. It is so popular and everybody loves it. This one is our black pebbled leather, so it's super smooth, super buttery, so soft. Really durable as well, so you don't need to worry about that. And you've got our brushed gold rivets and our red zip. So this comes in small, medium, and large. The medium is $2.95. And then we also have it in our pewter. So this is kind of like a suede leather, a little more textured, and it has the brushed gold red zip. It's really beautiful, perfect for everyday, goes with everything. And then let me show you what it looks like as a crossbody. So this is the VIP brushed gold red zip. Perfect little touch of color.
So Kendall, I know our president Jan was asking about your backpacks. I was hoping you might show her a backpack.
Of course.
I know it's probably in your plan, but Just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
no, honestly, that's what we love to hear. There are a lot, sorry, some sirens. We're downtown, so it's a little crazy down here. I will show you some totes while Kendall goes and grabs those. So I'll just show you our Addie and our Ferris because I know those are really popular. This is our Ferris Toast Tan. This is kind of more of a hobo bag, but it's also holds a lot of space. Great for a quick overnight trip, day. This one's $4.95. Our Toast Tan with our brush gold, the Ferris. And then this is our Addie. This one's great. It works great for a mommy bag, a picnic bag, overnight bag. You can fit a water bottle on both sides, as well as a ton of space on the inside and a cell phone pocket on the back.
That's fantastic. I wish I would have had that when I had my son. That actually looks like a decent bag. So if anybody, it looks like an actual bag, not just like a diaper bag.
Yeah, no, it's great because
they make a great gift for new mom. Yeah, very nice.
Okay, so Kendall's gonna show you backpacks.
Okay, so this is our backpack. It's the Hunter 2. It's perfect for every day. So pretty. You've got a pocket right here, side pocket. You've got another pocket right here. You've got the classic cell phone pocket on the top, so it's easy access. And then it zips open to create a pretty big pocket in the center. So it's a great backpack. You can fit like a tablet in here, a small laptop, a notepad, like all your essentials, glasses, keys, all that. So it's perfect. Let me show you what it looks like when it is on your body. 1 moment, sorry about this.
And Kendall, what's the name of that one again?
The Hunter Medium 2.
Hunter Medium.
So
okay.
We've got this bag in our gray natural, in our marshmallow white, and then in our black and gunmetal hardware.
Kendall, do you have it? Don't you have a larger one too? A larger backpack? Or the reason I'm looking for a backpack is my daughter belongs to a women's professional pilots organization, and they get very upset about all flight bags are designed for men. And she and I were talking about the larger backpack would be a great thing for the women pilots to carry their headgear and their all the things. So I was wondering if you had the larger one.
At the moment, this is the only size that we are carrying.
You used to have a larger
It is in the
one.
works, but this is currently the only size that we have, unfortunately.
It's not big enough. The other one was big. Okay.
I think we might actually have some inventory of a larger size, Jan. So I'm going to look into that and I'll get back to you.
That'd be great. Basically, these women would love to have an amazing looking bag, and they all know this group is 5,000 strong women pilots. So I was trying to get something fun for them, and I suggested Hammitt because you guys have always been so generous to our club.
Yeah, we have some pretty large backpacks that are older style and still really popular. Some Montana backpacks, which are based on this Montana that Kendall's going to show you too.
And
So
this is the Hunter on my back. So it's comparison about that.
Yeah.
And then so this is our Montana, another very classic silhouette of ours. It is a very thin bag, but it expands when you open it, so it fits more than what meets the eye. What's also special about this bag is that it is reversible, so you can wear it on the pewter side, or you can flip it over and move the straps so that it is all black with silver hardware. So it's a really perfect bag, and we do have a backpack model after this that we can look into as well. This is the Montana. There's crossbody, all that. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. Yeah. And if you guys want to see any other bags, like please ask away, we can show you.
So Kendall, thank you for showing us all those great bags. I really appreciate you both doing it. I wrote down a couple that are my favorites. Should we go online and purchase them? Is there a code you want us to use, or how do you want us to, if anybody saw anything that tickled their fancy, what should we do?
Yeah, so you can email Maya@hammitt.com. So Maya can type her email in the chat, and then I can also spell it out for you. It's MAIYA HAMMITT.com.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good. We'll make
Yeah,
sure
of course.
out to all.
And if-
Is it a
guys-
24-hour time period, or how would you like us to do it? Or is it this week? or-
Yeah, 24 to 48.
Yeah.
Just because we have limited stocks of our gift with purchase. So if you do purchase with us, you will get a free gift, which is really fun. And 20% of the proceeds will go back to your organization. Yes.
And you'll follow
And
up.
you can also email us and to see if we have anything in inventory that we didn't show you, because sometimes we do. So we'd be happy to look into that for you guys.
Right. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Of course, well, thank you guys. This was fantastic. Yeah, so much fun.
Great job. Thank you very much.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
you guys stay safe and joyful, and we're sending you all our best from LA, all our sunshine.
Oh, thanks a lot. Really.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for taking the time.
Of course. If you guys have any questions, we'll kind of stick around for a few minutes while you guys chat. And Maya will also be on the call, so you can just put it in the chat box, or you can email her as well.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Jan. So I just wanted to remind everyone, don't forget about your wine tasting purchase for the 17th. And I hope to see everybody there. So, all right, Jan, thanks for the time.
Oh, thank you. Thanks to everyone. Everyone enjoy their day, and we hope to see you next Wednesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, and we can all drink wine together.
Sounds good to me.
Good.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
And
Bye.
everybody.